everybody. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a long break, and today I want to do this show as the final for 2020. I want to talk about how football and Liverpool in particular have done year 2020. And I won't be talking alone. I have my permanent guest, basically, Raymond or Kavin, who's going to be joining me to discuss about how football has been in the last 12 months. It's a very important year for us. So, Raymond, what do you think? How was 2020 for you?
2020. Oh, that alone, we need a new podcast for it. That was 2020. Anyway, start off with thank you for having me again, Jay.
Yes,
Merry Christmas. Hope you had a good Christmas.
yes.
Uh, for 2020, mixed emotions. Really wish I could come back and visit family, friends, and all that, but unfortunately, we can't do that.
Yeah,
Whole world is being stagnant at the moment. So
yeah.
hopefully 2021 will be a bit kind to us. Let's see how it goes.
Now, what about football in 2020 for you? Hmm.
Football on a whole, it's been interesting. Um, Without the fans, I don't know. I can't watch it. It's not the same.
Yeah,
Fans play a big factor.
right.
Um uh, Whether direct or indirect influence, I think they have a major influence in each games. Uh, but apart from that, the game has been the league, Premier League especially, has been a bit interesting. I mean, Everton is number two now. um, and so we have got a lot of team that's coming up, doing well. Spurs is
Mhm.
getting exciting.
Yeah,
I must, um, and of course we cannot rule out Man City.
mm,
Chelsea started off well, but I think they've got a bit of a firepower issue at the front. Uh, but I think there's nothing that Lampard can't address. I'm sure
yeah.
he'll address.
Mm.
Uh, Apart from that, Arsenal, very, very. I don't know what to say. I watch their games.
It's
About,
I know I know where you're coming from. It's
yeah, I mean,
good
it's a
game,
bit.
and
I
then
don't know.
a few bad games. Yeah.
I mean, Aubameyang, whether he's got number 14.
Mm.
Okay, that alone, massive pressure on him. No, even though they say no, you don't have to. We're not expecting you to. You're not Henry's replacement, but you got the number 14. So it'll be interesting to see where Arsenal finishes up this season.
Right.
Uh, and Sheffield's doing really well. I like to see how Sheffield is playing. Uh, they've got good manager. But yeah, apart from that, we're still on top, which is good.
Yep. Yep. I think 2020 is very special for us. Of course, after 30 years wait, we won the league, and alone is the the biggest thing happened in 20. Of course, it was huge. Winning the league after 30 years was very big, and I think for Liverpool fan, we will always will relate with and winning the league. That was huge, and I think we for the first few half of the year, I think we did extremely well. And of course, before even the COVID started, we already knew that we are going to win the league, so we were just waiting. That's big for us. Besides that, I think we started the season. Okay, we are leading during Christmas for 3 seasons in a row now. We dropped
Yeah.
against some West Brom. Yeah, Sam Allardyce have to do it again.
Yes. Oh my God, the guy has got something with us. I think he's got a voodoo doll.
And
Yeah. And I mean, not to forget Aston Villa's massacre.
course, Aston Villa, of course. We got points again, Brighton, Fulham,
Yeah.
points in Everton and City as well. So it's a mixed emotion. Yes, there are injuries. We experiment new young players, which is good. Very good because we brought in a young Gallagher, and then defender Rai Williams and Ned Phillips. I think both of them will be in contention to play against Newcastle.
Yes,
Then
yes, definitely.
Nico,
And
and then
yeah,
Curtis Jones. How can we forget Curtis Jones? I think he have done extremely well playing the midfield. So that young blend of players have come in and have done well. So it's very interesting. I think we still haven't peaked yet, but we are still on top, and we are quite little bit comfortable being on top. Yes, Spurs and Everton are there, but I'm quite confident that we can have a good run. Especially January is coming, and January is transfer window time, and
yeah,
this time around
um,
we've been forced.
yeah.
Yeah, look,
We have no choice but to get into the market. But will FSG spend and will Klopp want the players that he wants? Because you
mm,
see, well, if you see now, we've based on the midfield that we have,
mm.
it would have been good to have Coutinho on the bench, isn't it?
Yep. Of course, Coutinho, not sure. Klopp,
At least,
he
at
will
least we have.
that much I know. He will not go back. Then again,
Yeah, well,
anything.
that's yeah, but you see, he's a game changer. 45 minutes, you give him. That's all it takes. You see he's his positives are more than his negatives.
And
Every player will have a fair share for pros and cons. I think if you ask me whether he can give you 100% 90 minutes, no way.
mm,
Okay, 45 minutes, you give him, he goes in there, or even half an hour, you tell him, right, shots out of the box. I think he will test the keeper. He will pull a save out of the keeper. He's done a few like that. I mean, one of the goals that came from out of the box, from the middle of the park, he took the ball and came out of the box and scored was against Newcastle as well.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yes, so
yeah.
so
Liverpool never wanted him to go. I mean, he forced.
yeah.
So I guess it's a sentimental thing. I'm not sure he'll be
Whether it's sentimental or I'm going to use this word egoistical, I don't know. You see,
to understand. See, a player have got. I think this is the same problem we had with Sako as well. Some coaches they stick
yeah,
to what they want when they know that the player do not want to play for them. Pretty much they don't want them to be in the squad just because they're good enough. Rather have a player who I can get the best out of him and a world class player. I mean that's the way I look at it. And to make things, the thing here right now is we are not really struggling or we are at the bottom of the table or mid table. We are on top. A lot of players injured. So I believe Thiago will be back for game against Manchester. And
mm,
we have
against Newcastle, you mean?
and Jota, who's injured right now, have done well as well.
Yes.
Also start kicking in really. And Shaqiri is also back. So it is not that we badly need Coutinho. Of course, Coutinho will be a good player to have. I think we have enough in our locker, especially for the next second half of the season.
Mm.
So,
The key is to keep all these guys fit and running, and you see, the squad rotation is also something that I want to touch about as well.
mm,
If you notice some of the games that we were playing, he hardly utilizes his three substitutes. And even if he does, he brings in one person or two towards the last 5 minutes.
mm,
So why is he doing that? What's the thought process behind it?
okay.
If you have an injured squad, okay, if you're planning to maintain the existing squad so that we can see it through,
Mm,
I can accept that, right?
mm.
But the game against was a 5-0 that we won against ah,
In
before
5-0 was
uh,
against Atalanta. 4-0 was against Wolves.
yeah, we the substitute, whether we could have rested some players, and then when we rest the players, um, we have players who are not happy.
Uh, yes, yes.
So that's I'm a big I don't know what's what. I mean, why is, I mean, players are not happy is obviously you can see Salah and Mane, they both are definitely, they never get, when they get substituted, they're never happy at all.
Yes.
And 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 so so what's the thought process is where I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to, I mean, we can't read him, but
Mm,
why aren't you making, very rare he makes a substitute at halftime or half an hour.
mm. Yeah, he does not. I've seen. The bench is also not strong enough. Fox came in
Mm,
there and he hardly could do anything. I think they're not 100% fit. PG has been playing like that throughout the season. And who else? I think Jota has been the only substitute who have come in and done something, and Shaq also come in and played some balls and all that. Other than that,
mm,
whoever have gone in from the substitute, I think they are there because they just need to be there. They don't. At one game, I remember against Crystal Palace, we had two substitute keepers. No,
mm.
I don't. I never came across why do we need two, but because I think most players are injured, so I rather put two keepers. Maybe both the keepers were not 100% fit, so let's see who's fit for the day. And if let's say Alisson injured, we bring them in. So I think he's just trying to place them. Good that you spoke about substitute because against Spurs, he didn't use his substitute. Maintained
That's right.
7 players, and on the 90th,
Yeah.
we got the goal. So it's difficult to judge Klopp. He'd have worked at
That yeah, yeah. Well, if we didn't get the goal against Spurs, the last goal,
uh,
and knowing that it'll be too late to use a substitute,
right.
the conversation would be different already. We would have drawn the game,
Mm.
and knowing the fact that he's not used his substitute, you got Divock already sitting in the bench.
Yeah, but you saw what Origi did against West Brom.
You see, we need to put him on the pitch so that we need to display him.
Yeah, I understand. So that another club will buy him, is it?
If we don't display him,
Uh,
how are you going to sell your product if you don't market it?
yeah, true enough. But
Yeah,
it's a issue. If let's say you play Origi from the start, okay, I don't think he started any game this year, except for against Midtjylland in Denmark. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Apparently, that game he's supposed to be the captain. All right, they made an error and they gave the captaincy to Trent on that game.
Trent, yes.
Yeah, Liverpool have this policy where they have four players who are the captain, Jordan Anderson, followed by Millie,
Milner,
uh,
yeah.
Van Dijk, and then
Yeah.
Gini. These are the four
Who?
captains.
Genie,
Yeah,
Genie, yeah,
the four captains they have. If the four of them are not playing, the oldest player in the team will become the captain. And apparently, Trent was given because he's been there from the academy. Actually,
yeah,
they're supposed to follow the senior level. They're supposed to be Origi. And the battle was
mm,
between Salah because Salah wanted to know why captaincy was not given to him. So they say, hang on there, who actually supposed to be the captain is Origi, but he didn't even fight for it because I think he
yeah,
lack of confidence right now because he has not been the same
yeah, yeah.
player for very long, and this is what
Yes, yes,
I he can get into the very best performance, especially when we were playing the Champions League, and
yeah,
but suddenly it just goes off like that compared
yeah,
to Jota who we have brought in, and he have
yeah.
is a different player to compare to Origi, but he have done much better. And like what you say is true. I think if you would have showcased him much earlier, you would have sold
Mm,
Origi before even the start of this season.
yeah. Is this I don't know what's the, I mean, for his height, for his physique, we would, if he's firing, if he's giving us 10, 12 goals,
Yeah,
he's he hands down, I said don't sell him, because we need him. Some games we need the number 9. We need either left or right. We need a target man.
yeah,
We need that.
agree.
But I don't know what's going on with him. Has he
So
lost his confidence, or
we
um
want to be reliable on the bench, which we don't have right now. Fairly speaking,
yeah,
against West Brom is a classic centre forward. That's all we need, which we don't have. We brought in
yeah,
Origi. do anything because this somehow Origi also does not play the natural centre forward role. He plays more to his left hand side and all that.
Yeah, yeah, and then cuts into his right, which is okay. He performed on that. No, he scored against the Champions League finals from there and all this kind of stuff,
Right.
which is fine. But I mean, something is wrong, and I don't know what's going on. Why are we not? Why isn't Klopp taking a decision on him? Well, we don't know. We're not reading it. We are relying on news that we read, that we see on social media and whatever other sources that we have. But um, when we when he's given an opportunity, 5 or 10 minutes when he's given that,
Mm.
we are not seeing him taking a shot. I mean, a shot on target.
Yeah.
A shot on target or force a save, or force a save. When you force a save, you're showing as a forward, you're showing you're lethal.
Yeah.
You're not. It's not to say you're no longer you're firing blanks or something.
Mm.
I don't see that. There's no. You know what I mean? It's not happening. Something's wrong somewhere.
So that's why the confidence need to be built by. See, first came in
Yeah.
Palace. He was rusty. He came in. Like it or not,
Yeah.
first chance he got, he shot. He missed it, but he
Yeah.
shot. Against West Brom, he did the same thing. We all know he's going to he's going to shoot, and we know he's going to miss, but he decided to do it. You see, this is where you create your confidence. As a
Yeah.
player, especially, and even you need to try. If you do not want to even take a shot as a striker, it's going to be a very,
There's no point. Yeah.
very, very long
Yeah.
battle. And when we
Yeah.
need you, that's why we bring you in, and pretty much it takes time for you to even fire up. So that's the problem with Origi. With that said and done, I think center forward all fine. I mean, attacking side. The biggest problem now is in defense. So who are
Yeah.
we going to buy in January?
Look, Reece Williams, young, 19 years old.
Great game against Spurs.
Physique is there. The strength is yes. Whether he had the strength, upper body strength, I think questionable. The physique is there. The speed is there. He needs to learn. And how is he going to learn if not being on the game, right? Um, and I think Van Dijk is coming. Maybe in the next couple of games, we should see him in the bench and all that stuff that's happening.
I think Van Dijk is anytime soon. I think Van Dijk, Gomez, Matip now is out for 3 months. So
Yeah.
these three most likely won't be back for this season. So that's why
Oh,
they're being forced to buy someone. So we only have Phillips and
Nathan Phillips.
right Phillips just put a centre back. Fabinho is actually defensive midfield, but
Yes.
a job.
Yes.
Robertson and Henderson can play centre back as well. Okay, so
Yeah.
but we do need someone because especially when we started our Champions League game and the FA Cup and all that, we need to have a strong defensive line. Even our keeper also, Alisson has been injured a couple of times this season.
Yes.
He didn't also
Yeah.
so it looks like there is a season now because of COVID and all that. Players are playing more games. The rest is not a lot of protocols. So I guess they are not 100% fit. And on top of it, they have the international games as well. So this is where I think it's going to be tough for any club to have a set of players available all the time. So that's why you need to have.
Guys, there was an article I read a couple of days ago about was it a Bayern Munich centre half or Barcelona centre half coming out on free transfer.
David Alaba. David Alaba has been
Yes.
in we've been hearing this. David Alaba.
Yeah.
And also, I think there is the other player from Schalke. I think that
Yeah.
players from the been saying Liverpool might sign.
Yeah. And then, of course, the ever-going conversation about Koulibaly.
Okay. Personally, I think he won't come. Of course, it'd be good if he can come. I think he's a very strong squad player in Italy. I think Inzaghi really needs him there.
Yeah.
So I don't think he will come. But one looks most like might come is David Alaba because he's on free transfer.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and also the another player from Leverkusen, not Leverkusen, Leipzig actually, that central defender, also
Yeah.
one being in. There's a lot of call that we should go for Scouser Connor Cody. Uh,
Yeah. Bring him back. Yeah.
what do you think about Connor?
Yes, he's local boy, passionate. Um, Subjective, because being a fan, yes, we want as many local boys in the club,
Hmm.
right? But whether he can do the job is where
Hmm.
I'm a bit concerned, because the first goal was his mistake.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
So he's a bit of a challenge. It's risky.
yeah, but it happens in football. You've been a center
Yeah,
back yourself. You should know
I know, I know, but top flight,
that.
um, top flight. I think I don't know. I dare not. If I say yeah, bringing him is purely because I'm biased.
Yeah, but you
But who knows? If he comes in and he cracks it, then we've got a we've got a hopefully another Jamie Carragher.
yeah. You see, getting a centre back is not easy. I mean, is having so much difficulty to replace Vincent Company. He brought in
Yeah,
Stones, he brought in some players from the Spanish league and all that. No
yeah.
able to hold a proper defensive mechanism. And top Fernandinho is playing in the centre back. So
Yeah.
same they're doing. I'm just afraid Fabinho will be there once when that.
Very long
So he's a good defender, but he could be also a good
midfielder.
as well. So I'm still not sure because Mascherano was a central midfielder for us, but in Barcelona and
Yes,
Argentina, he plays centre back. He was pretty good at
yes,
it. Okay.
yes.
Whether we got the best out of him in centre back or not, I'm not sure. But as a bomber, centre midfielder, I think he was absolutely brilliant. And I think that's what we are taking out from Fabinho now. Because as a centre back, you are more doing a waiting game and you plan things ahead. As a defensive,
So your reading of the game has to be spot on.
yes,
Because you're looking at it, you have the bird's eye view of everything,
right.
and you have to also have, they say you have to also have eyes at the back,
Hmm.
and then your peripheral vision. You need to see the man running behind you, your blind spot, all that. So uh, Fabinho, um, I think is a top player
Hmm.
um, as a midfielder, and he's doing an amazing job in a centre back position as well.
Yeah.
So maybe, just maybe, I think if we go on the market,
Hmm.
just get one player and keep the pairing between the new player and Fabinho,
Hmm.
we should be able to see this season out. That's my point of my I mean my hope, because for us to go for two centre backs in the market at the moment, I think that's not going to happen. And plus, you shouldn't have two new centre backs. So I think yeah, one more centre back and keep Vino and see the season through.
Hmm.
That's the only thing we can do, and hope to God Fabinho doesn't get injured.
Yes, and he did get injured, and that was the point where we needed to. Matip came back, so
Uh,
it's risky. You see, I know for a fact we will definitely buy defender, striker.
yeah,
I'm not sure, but we will because we did buy. Klopp did buy Cowan when he needed a defender. And he also bought
yeah,
Stephen Falker from.
yeah,
He was from the Wales Cardiff at one point of time.
yeah,
So he will buy
yeah.
central defender. Maybe attacking player or midfield he might not purchase in January. I'm talking about January, yeah. So I think he will.
Mm.
I am keeping my fingers crossed he's going to be Kulabali, but I just hope even his I will be happy with it. Just
Yeah, I mean, even if you get Alaba,
Alaba, of course, yeah.
um, yeah, I mean, I'll take him. Given what we have right now, I'll take him.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, so I think
And experience in the back four. Yeah,
and of course Thiago is here as well. So you have the Bayern flair there, and then of course he's a Brazilian, and we have a lot of Brazilians. So we could really create, and he could create a different type of game as well for Liverpool. You know, we are playing pretty much predictable football. That's what happened against most clubs here. So when Jota came in, we saw a different type of game we are playing. He got injured, so now we are go back the way we play. So we from when David Alaba comes in and all that, it gives more space for Trent and Robertson to pump up because everybody knows the way Robertson and Trent play already, and
Mm.
trying to cut players from going up. So to get the best of them, I think we need to really find a good pairing for Fabinho for now. That's what I think.
Mm.
Mm. The keeper side,
And then
yeah, okay, Alisson, and then Kelleher looks okay. Adrian is still there.
yeah,
The
yeah,
midfield, minus Kita, I think we are okay.
we have to keep. I think the key is to keep Henderson fit.
And
Um,
I think Genius have played well, despite all this
yes.
mourning about this contract and all that. I think he's been a true
Yeah.
professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He hasn't signed yet, by the way, so he needs more time apparently.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He's going. He's going.
yeah, I could see that. Yeah,
He's going. I think he's 30 years old now. He have played in the English league for a period of time. Final
yeah,
is no, it's a honeymoon period for him anywhere in Spain.
yeah,
All that. So
yeah,
I think it's I didn't know he was 30. So he's 30. I think it's the right thing to do. I mean, you have done enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You won the league. You won the Champions League.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to go to Barcelona and see if you can win the league there. Go ahead and do that. We'll meet you in Champions League.
No, I think he's just going there to enjoy
The
the
sun,
La Liga feelings and all that.
siesta,
Yeah.
the siesta in Catalan.
Correct. So yeah, but of course I hope we don't go in January. I hope it goes mid-year. So let's hope for that. So that's
Uh,
the entire outcome for Liverpool this year. I think we will still win the
I
league.
also wanted to talk about Salah. So and how was the reaction when he got substituted?
Hmm.
What do you think that is?
Okay. So here's the thing, all right? I'm sure before the game starts, Klopp would have said that okay, you're playing 60 minutes or 55 minutes because especially if you guys are scoring goals, I'm going to rest you guys. I'm sure this message would have gone. Okay. So when Mane got substituted, I think he just missed a golden opportunity, and he scored his first goal after so many games. I think he scored about 5 or 6 games, so he scored.
Yeah,
And so he knew that there are opportunity for him to score goals and all that, so he was not happy to go out. Okay, that's fine.
yeah.
I think they took him out at 15 minutes or 51st minute.
Mm.
Salah comes in, scores 2 goals because Salah. He got pissed off. He got pissed off. If I was there, I would have scored the goal. So
Yeah.
okay with this, these players are having this attitude. They want to score. Strikers need to be greedy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My only thing which I was not so happy was, in the end of the day, it was Liverpool's biggest win 7 in away from. Okay, and everybody, all the fans in the world are so excited, so jubilant that we have won. You are sitting there and you contributed one of the goal. And you got upset at 51st minute. You want to continue until 19th minute to get upset. I mean, aren't you happy that you are also part of Liverpool and you've been contributing so far? Shouldn't you be happy with the scoreline rather than being substituted? That's my only thing which I felt. Because Mane is a very professional player. He does a lot of things. And back in Senegal, he have built mosque, have built training facilities and all that. He gives away money for us. So he's a very, someone who thinks properly and he knows what is the best. But over here, we saw is emotional over him, and that's the only thing which I felt he could have handled better.
I mean, as a squad, as a player, as a player, a key player in a team sport,
Yeah,
shouldn't the team come first?
exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
So then the team's motive, i.e., the coach,
Mm,
in this case is Klopp,
yep,
plan has to be executed, right, on the pitch. So if the plan has already been executed,
mm,
the coach may feel that, look, we've got a couple of games that's coming up, close schedules. Klopp has been harping about how the games are being close to each other. They're playing too many games, too many games, too many games. He has been harping about that, right? So so whether he has told the players you're going to be playing 50, 60 minutes or not, we don't know,
mm,
because uh, because if that was the case,
mm,
if Mane or Salah walks into the pitch being told that you only got 60 minutes and I'm going to take you off,
mm,
the game would have been different, because sometimes you could see some of the shots that Salah takes on his right foot. Uh, it's it's wasteful.
yeah,
He thinks he's still got many more chances to come. So if he knew that he's only got 50, 60 minutes on his belt,
mm,
I think his decision making would have been a bit different.
yeah, yeah,
Better or not, I don't know. Maybe different,
mm,
right?
mm,
But the point is, why are you showing your face? Because billions of people are watching, and
mm,
you're showing that you're upset
yeah,
in live TV,
mm,
and the camera is focusing on you, and you're going out. What does that represent? You and the crest that you're wearing, the badge that you're wearing, the jersey that you're wearing. We are leading anyway. You've contributed. Go out there, have that rest, because there's no such thing as they're going to bench you. You know where you stand.
yes,
Now, what I think is a competition between Mane and Salah for
mm,
the golden boots.
yeah, of course, of course. End of the day, it's about scoring goals. And then,
Individual this one. Now, if we we have seen a bit of selfishness
mm,
that has cost us games
mm,
in the past between the two of them.
yep, yep,
We have seen that.
mm,
We have seen that, and that was something that Klopp had to address then,
mm,
because it is a virus that's going. It's cancerous.
correct.
It's going that there's no such thing. You see, Firmino links up those two players,
Yep,
right? But them two don't link up as much as they should.
yep, correct.
You see, you see a classic example like Dwight York and Andy Cole.
Don't talk about that. Andy Cole and Terry Sheringham don't talk to each other. Have you seen how they play? They are,
Like they know,
yeah, and they don't talk to each other. Both had some problems, and they played together for many years, got many goals.
yes, and you won't even know. Not many people know that there was a beef between them. And but you see, the thing is, of course, they they had the team,
Yeah,
and then of course the coach played a major role, which is
yeah,
because these, yeah, if Salah were to show that face when he was substituted with Alex Ferguson as the coach,
mm.
I don't think Salah would have been sold.
I feel right. My view here, the way Klopp handles these two players, slightly different from that. It's not star treatment.
Yeah,
I think this is what he does. It's part of the psychology, man management psychology, where each players, Salah and Mane in particularly, are being the way they've been coached, the way they've been motivated to be able to be very narrow minded to do what needed in that particular game at that. I think that's the way he does.
mm,
He does that with yes, one on the left, one on the right. So both of them have the same goal. They have Firmino who is supposed to be the center forward scoring more goals, but he's at the back, passing around, playing the pass and all that. I think it is intentionally that's what Klopp is doing, making them the mindset in that game. This is the modern way of playing football because you see, as much as you said, he have brought in a situation where we have missed goal, but most of the time it has been successful. They have scored goals from all corners. So this greedy display, it is not something not common. Okay, managers won't say be greedy openly, but I think that's where Klopp, I think he's doing somehow psychologically. he's making both of them enemy of each other. I think he's comparing him and he's comparing, because I've never seen both of them sit down and talk. I've only seen one interview where both of them were together. Always, Firmino always will.
There used to be, I mean, there used to be a lot of there used to be a lot of videos
Mm,
about Mane and Salah, and they, and then back when Lovren was around, Lovren was the link between them,
yeah, correct.
and they were close. They were close. As in, you can see them, like, you know, if the camaraderie is there. And then I think when after that, when Nabi came in, and then Nabi probably, who knows, maybe Nabi stole Salah, money away from Salah. Who knows?
Uh, Another thing,
But
post that game, there was an interview by Salah. Salah never spoke about this incident, but
yeah.
Salah is not someone who gives an interview. Apparently, he's been in English football for a period of time. He hardly gives any interview, it seems. He decided to give an interview in English to a Spanish media. So that's
Hmm.
where they asked, will he be moving to the big giants or not? And he said he may. So I think both these players, Barcelona has been really eyeing on money for a period of time. Zidane has been a
Yeah.
fan of money as well, and Salah also shown his interest to play in the Spanish. I think that's where many players want to go. That's the same reason why Gini also wants to go. Same reason why Michael Owen went, and also Steve McManaman went as well. Because, of course, the Spanish clubs are, when it comes to structure, they are much more bigger. They've been dominating football, between both of them. Of course, Atletico will come in, but both of them have been controlling their stadium is huge, the fan base is huge, and they are a world club. So that's why some of the players who are actually played for Liverpool end up in this big club. Suarez also did that as well. Coutinho.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you ask me,
Fair enough.
I think one of them might leave next season.
I think so too, and I think yeah, it's just a matter of either one of them. Yeah, Mane or Salah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we have players who want to come in. We know Mbappe and Haaland wants to come in. Although
Hmm.
there's talks that it's going to be expensive, blah 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 blah. Both players have shown interest to come in, and I was made to understand there are a lot of plans being made as well for Mbappe, especially to come in. So if that
Yeah.
players are expected to come in, I'm quite sure one of them will leave. Of course, Salah is
Yeah.
28, 29 now, so he's on his prime now. So he have done what he wants to do here. Probably he wants to go back. He have played in Italy, he have played in England. Or maybe he wants to try in
Spain. Yeah.
Spain, and then
Yeah.
end up in Germany, of course.
Yeah. High chances that might happen. I have a strong feeling that might happen. After Germany, might go to US.
Yeah,
Who
so
knows?
I'm okay with play because I never thought Gerard would leave. He also left the US. Okay, of course,
Yeah.
so many
No,
other
he
team as well. Even our legends Ian Rush also went to Leeds. Paulo went to
yeah.
Leeds. It
Yeah.
happens. When you want to play and you don't get a chance, or you feel that this club is not the way you want to be, you will move. Like how all of us, we don't work at the same place forever. So,
Yeah, I mean, love your job, not your company.
right. So you want to go well. So I'm happy the way things are now. Of course, we don't want both of them to leave. But I think we'll survive. We survive without Suarez, without Torres, without Gerrard. I know it took us a while, but I think we are okay. I think in a better position now financially
I
and
think it's evident because we won the league with these players.
correct. Yes.
Yeah, no doubt they were selfish,
Mm.
cost us a game, but we won the league,
Yes.
right?
Mm.
And we were almost a runaway leaders. But the reason why I brought that up is not because they cost us the game and they cost us the league. No, not to say that.
Mm.
The synergy, the harmony between them,
Mm.
and the message that these two players are sending to the fans
Mm.
is where it's a bit confusing. Is it a psychological game, or what going on? Are you going to leave, or if once he pulls up the sulking face, next thing you know, papers are coming out and saying, "Oh, yeah, Barcelona is coming, Real Madrid is coming."
Yeah,
You
media
know,
talk. That's that's
media capitalizes on this. The last sulker we had in our team was Anelka.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
the sulk.
So, but he wanted to stay. He didn't want.
Yeah,
Uh, he wanted to stay. But then again, I think it happens in football. I mean, end of the day, in any organization also, you will have one, two of these fellas who will do that. And most of them are star treatment. There will be star players, and they expect star treatment. We know this in all levels. That's what it is.
seeking attention. You think?
Here is, I think, there's the goal bonus thing, right? Whenever you score a goal, there is a bonus thing as well. I think both of them are, really fighting for that. It could be that.
Mm.
Yeah. So yes, for the team, then why do you have a goal bonus? Is it
Right. Yeah.
is the clubs,
It's like
if
it's a
you play as a team, then but I said okay, but if you score a goal for you, I will pay you this much. Then club is creating that.
yeah, true.
But
I mean,
you,
the goal bonus, then the defenders are not going to be uh, eligible for that.
yeah.
Yeah, because they don't. Yeah,
So
so I'm sure.
that's
So,
how player treatment comes in. Why center forwards are highly paid? Why the Blender goes to a center forward? Because of and of course they have been sold for a higher price. Before Van Dijk became the most expensive defender, it's been a very long period of time before any defender was sold for such high price. So it's always center forward and midfielders only. So
yeah,
much as we are here debating that this player should play as a team, but what is the club doing? If the club is going to set
yeah,
goal bonus for you, Salah, this is the X amount you're going to get. Of course, I'm going to be greedy, right?
yeah, true, true.
Come and
Yeah,
say,
I mean,
team play.
yeah, they um they create the problem and they provide solutions.
It's a good problem to have if it have worked and it
Correct?
worked for Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, it has worked. That's worked. So good, but good. I mean, it has worked. Now here's to hoping that it'll work again.
That's the important thing. So, but
Uh,
I think you will say that we're going to continue to win the league to back.
oh, of course. Yeah.
And who you think will
We-
finish second?
Sorry.
Who will finish second?
I would like to say. I know at the beginning I said, well, I had this three: Liverpool,
Mm,
City, and Spurs.
okay, okay.
So I think second will be Spurs
Hmm.
because Sonaldo is doing a good job.
Yeah. Actually,
He is amazing.
uh,
Yeah.
during Christmas period, many clubs will struggle, and that's what happened to Spurs. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I think yeah, they look quite good. City will have a good run after the Christmas period.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, after January, they probably will spend about $1 billion.
yeah, they'll probably try to
Yeah,
get Messi.
yeah, yeah, maybe. Yeah, who knows?
But the smaller clubs are also giving a fight. Leicester,
Yes,
Villa also
yes,
played well. I think it's good
yeah,
to have this blend of team coming in. Wolves also
yeah.
here and there. Uh, I'm not saying the club, but Manchester United also not far away. Won against Wolves last night. I think
I can't imagine. Can't imagine. I'm saying this. They're starting to become a one-man team. Huh?
uh, like they are getting into the form. No,
Yeah,
goals against Leeds that day. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see where Solskjaer can bring his squad. It's good for them. I think he's been also struggling there. Good to know that he's a Liverpool fan, by the way. Back in Norway, he was supporting before he joined United.
yeah. Not many would agree with that. And now if you ask him, he will say, "Nah, I'm a United through and through." So
I mean,
you know,
we all know that very well. So,
uh,
and who you think will be relegated?
too soon. I don't want to say anything yet.
I think
Um,
at the moment, even West Brom at point, no, Sam Allardyce, have never relegated any team which he have taken over in December. So that's going to be interesting. I think
yeah.
I think West Brom will be going down. Beat Sam Allardyce this time around. Uh,
Mm,
why I think the games have changed. Yes, it have worked against Liverpool. Of course, um, have won. I think the other teams also could do that. They know West Brom's style of play. I think the other club will be able to to take opportunity of the squad itself. Plus, he gets some good players in January, which normally
mm.
you get everywhere.
It's
Yeah,
January normally. I don't think it's the most what do I say most good transfer market or transfer window. I
but
think the
Sam and Harry Redknapp always get these players in loan in Jan. He got JJ
mm,
Okocha, Kata, a lot of
yeah,
players you have got in.
uh,
But I think it's going to be
I think our Suarez was also a January buy, if I'm not mistaken.
and Diego Costa is available.
Uh,
Anyway,
uh,
that's pretty sad. So thank you so much for joining me to talk about 2020. It's been a great year, and I hope
yeah,
we will continue. Before I
definitely.
just want to have one final thought about God Diego Maradona who passed away this year. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
what do you think about him? And I'm sure we grow up watching him play.
yeah.
Especially me, I've seen him play, and a lot of things that personally think about him, the way he plays. But I'd like to know your thoughts about him.
Um, so my friends and I, we were discussing. My friends were a bit. They actually watched him play like live on telly, like for Napoli and all that. Um, so obviously a bit older than me.
Mm.
So they were saying that, oh, the greatest player ever to have graced the beautiful game.
Yep.
Yes, he is. Yes, without a doubt. His left foot is just out there. Um, he on the pitch, excellent, amazing. As a footballer, um, there's a bit of a comparison between Messi and Maradona. I think we should stop that because we need to give the due respect for Maradona because he played in three different leagues,
Yep.
won the World Cup, and he's won the league champions as well,
Yep.
right? So uh, Messi, on the other hand, um, is one game, uh, one team club. All right, whether it's a good thing or bad thing, I don't want to get to that. But Maradona is on a whole.
Mm.
So a lot of them, the number 10
Yep.
was coined by him. I think the greatest number 10 ever to have, to have graced the pitch
I
is
think.
Maradona. So I will say the same thing when the time comes for Pele as well.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Uh,
true. Yeah, I was lucky enough to see him play, especially in the 1990 World Cup. Um,
yeah,
I lost to Germany at
yeah,
the time. I've seen him also play for Napoli against Milan. I would see the battle between Maradona and Gullit. Oh, he's training session before the game starts. No, yeah, his shoelaces will be will be untied. He
yes,
will be
yes,
juggling
yes,
the ball will be sticking to his head, and he will be like really
yeah,
enjoying the game. And of course,
yeah,
you said he played for a lot of clubs, Boca Juniors, Seville.
yeah,
For
yeah,
Napoli was actually was not doing so well, so he decided to go there, and they won the
yeah. Just to help them out. Yeah,
and then went back to, and in fact he coached Argentina as well in
yes.
the one of the World Cup as well. So
Mm,
he's absolute talent, and his left foot is just absolutely incredible. Of course, he's famous for his hand of God. goal.
Of all the things that he has done, he's famous for one thing that he scored using his hands,
Yeah,
not his left foot.
the whole England squad players who played in that 1986 World Cup, they have given individual interviews. They have said how fantastic was he. He was just absolutely brilliant on his peak, and then he have done really well. And he was that goal he scored. The second goal on his left foot. They all
Yes.
knew he's going to use left foot, but there was no way of stopping him. It was just
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a great loss. I think he's an absolutely brilliant player, and there's no comparison. I mean, a lot of people are comparing, but there's no comparison. For Maradona, the passion he shows. You should watch
Mm.
the shows where Gary Lineker will go to Argentina to look out for him. In a veteran game. Watch out for that documentary. You'll see how excellent. He's like crazy fan like for Boca Juniors, and it was absolutely brilliant. Watch out for that video; it's really nice.
Mm.
Yeah. So another big player who passed away also was 1982 World Cup winner Paolo Rossi, Italian.
Yeah.
The big.
Yeah.
I know you're an Italian fan.
Yes.
Probably you didn't have a chance to see him play, but he was a big player as well for the Italian team.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the Italian national team. The reason why I started following Italy was because of one player, 1994, Roberto Baggio.
Yeah, but
And then, yeah, from there I started reading about the Italian way of playing, and that's when instead of moving forward, so
mm,
that's why I went backwards. I saw Paolo Rossi, Dino Zoff, Franco Baresi.
mm,
So these players, the squad that they were in, Italian means defense. So it was pretty hardcore, straight up defense, and I loved it. That I loved the way how they played. And over the years, it's just come back, and Italians always had very good goalkeepers
yes.
uh, from then, and up until now, he's still playing the goalkeeper. So these players, Paolo Rossi, Dino Zoff, Franco Baresi, these players were the I would say the backbone
Yeah.
of Italian
Mm,
football. Paolo Maldini, Cesare Maldini,
mm,
then son now is Paolo. So
yeah.
it was a very big loss. The younger generation, I think they've learned a lot
Yes.
from uh, moving from learning from these type of players.
Correct.
And the only one defender who's won the World Player of the Year is Italian anyway. So um,
And then
that's the
Italian club always has been one of the greatest example. See, most successful club, if you ask me personally, was AC Milan. Arrigo Sacchi, which is also
yeah
Pop's favorite manager, really done absolutely brilliant. I mean, he just dominated the game. I remember in a European Cup final, they beat Barcelona 4-0 comprehensively. And,
mm,
and 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 that same season they had a friendly games against Brazilian football team, which was one of the best team at that period of time. And they lost the game 1-0. They gave absolute fight for the Brazilian team, and that Milan versus Brazil was a classic game. I'm not sure you can find that in YouTube or not, but that some of
mm,
the things which I was able to watch when I was young, because we had Italian football coverage here in Malaysia at that.
yeah
So I was able to watch this game, and that's the way Arrigo Sacchi was really created the way Milan played. Of course, Liverpool was not European football at the time, so we always only end up watching these teams going and doing
yeah
well in the European League. So that's from
yeah
Italian, the way it's not just defensive; they actually dominated some displays.
mm,
Because
mm,
Milan at that time had some brilliant players. Of course, you mentioned Baresi, they had Maldini as well. Then
mm,
had Gullit there, Rijkaard, Van
yeah.
Basten, and Roberto Donadoni. I can just go on and say that. And
Yeah.
I've seen the battle between them against Diego Maradona's Napoli, and of course different here is huge stars here, and there's only Maradona there. Napoli still
Yeah, of course.
control everything.
Yeah, it's his center of gravity is really low, so it's hard for anybody to take him out.
Exactly.
It's like he's if Gattuso was had a mean left foot and knew how to dribble,
Yeah. It's really,
that's yeah.
yeah. So rest in peace, Diego Maradona and Paolo Rossi, and we hope to see greater football in 2021. We hope not only Liverpool, we also want to see other teams also give a fight for us. Let's see how it brings 2021 for us. All right. So thank you so much, Preman, to spend your time here, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you.
Thank you for having me, Jay. Hopefully, we should have a very good New Year, and yes, so we'll catch up soon.
Sure, sure. Thank you.